Yeah, just a really good win against a San Diego State team they're having a remarkable season, and they've got a lot of good basketball players, and we respect the heck out of them. And so this is a good win by our team. And so second half, really liked what we got done, both offensively and defensively, the second half. It kind of took us a while to maybe kind of get the feels of the game, but really proud of how we performed.
You knew this was going to be a guard game coming in, and San Diego State's a team that can actually come at you in waves defensively with their guards. So how impressed were you with the way your team kind of felt things out and got them?
Yeah, I think as the game progressed, we got better. Maybe a little timid, hesitant. It seemed like that first quarter, maybe even the first half, it was just kind of like a bunch of sparring going on. And nobody was really wanting to take a swing. And that's what we challenged our kids at half. Start swinging. Let's go for it. And I think you saw us get a better feel for how they were trying to guard our penetration. We got some matchups that we liked. But our guard play, you're right, with Destiny, McKenna, Crocker, they're pretty hard to handle sometimes. And our penetration was, I thought, spot on in that second half, especially that fourth quarter.
McKenna's been hard to stop all year. Does this make this game one of the more impressive ones you've had, considering they never really did take her out of it, like they kind of did Destiny and Kaylin early? Yeah,
I think it's a very impressive game for McKenna, and she just kind of let the game come to her. I thought earlier she could have maybe been a little more aggressive. That's why when I look at this stat sheet, I can't believe she had 28. But she's so good in space, and I thought our kids created a lot of space. I thought we set some pretty impactful screens up top, and then we finished with some contact. It's going to be a physical game. That's the scout on McKenna. Put her on the ground. I guarantee you that is the scout. And she's doing a good job of finishing with some contact. Even if she doesn't score it, she gets back on defense and continues to play with some poise. And so, pretty nice performance.
Tough outing for Asia having her. Was she one of the players that you wanted to throw defense at, or that you wanted to frustrate tonight? It looked like she kind of got frustrated down there in the stretch, and she ended up with 6 turnovers. How big was she in your guys' game plan?
Well, it starts with her. She's kind of their motor. And when she's playing downhill and in that open gear, she's really hard to handle. I thought we did a nice job just containing the dribble tonight on her. I thought our post pressed up and kept her in front. And I thought we were active with our hands. They threw, we got some touches. They threw it out of bounds a few times. But Avenger, obviously, one of the more dynamic guards in our league, if you allow her to be that. So we tried to bottle her up, and that was the plan. For the most part, a pretty good job.
Did you say anything to Thurman and Crocker at halftime, or did you just let them figure out how to get their own chances finally late in the game as it developed?
Oh, we kind of same message for everybody, but we did a few different things in that second half to maybe play through Destiny. Avenger is very gifted offensively, but defensively she is a nightmare, and in a good way. I mean that young lady is special, and so the pressure she would put on McKenna, we have the luxury of playing through a Destiny and then playing through a Crocker. And so that was the decision we made at halftime to maybe relieve a little pressure off of McKenna. And once we got the ball moving and we got some energy in it, we attacked some closeouts and did some good things.
In a game that was back and forth where each team answered a run, you finally created a cushion. You most impressed with the way you played defense down the stretch to not only build the margin but keep it? Very
much so. That fourth quarter was obviously very critical. Now it's 2 games in a row where we've had really good fourth quarters defensively. We made a slight adjustment on their ball screen offense, and it helped us. It limited their threes. It limited their middle penetration a little bit. But we were just searching for that next gear, that next level energy defensively, and it finally came in that fourth quarter. We made enough plays, and I think they had, is it 57 tonight is what they scored? I mean, that's a 58. That's a really good defensive outing by our team.
Yeah, and coming out of half, looked like they started throwing full court press on you guys, and your guys' offense came out and was really good that second half. Were you prepared for that full court press? And how much do you think them running that with the altitude affected that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously we were very prepared for it. That's why we only had 5 turnovers on the night. But the one thing it does, it does spread them out, and it allows us to, play in space a little bit with our drivers, and that's why you saw McKenna, Destiny, Crocker do some really good things against that press. And then it also it allowed us to get some flow in our offense and, again, attack some closeouts. So the guard play, that's 2 games in a row where it's been really, really solid. But I'm just more impressed, not with so much with the numbers, but just the composure, the recognition, just the mentality that they play with. They're doing a lot of good stuff, a lot of the right stuff. Good job, everybody.
Thank you.